All right. Today we're going to talk about how we can run AWS services in our local machine. As you know, AWS is probably one of the biggest or most common cloud provider out there. And as software engineers, we often want to run or test our features or applications that run and use AWS in our local machine. And you might tempted to use your credentials directly, which you can, but that's not really a good thing to do. Doesn't matter if it's a personal project or if you're working for a company. It's usually not a good practice to use the AWS account credentials directly. For many reasons, you don't want have extra costs, but more importantly, it's not secure or even is against company policies that share AWS credentials to individuals to use in their local machine. But also, usually these AWS accounts are belongs to some specific environments. Let's say you have a staging environment, a sandbox, or production. So you don't want to connect from your local machine to those environments. But what you can do a lot of things. But one of the things that you can do is using Localstack, which is a platform that simulate the AWS services. Um, and yeah, the first thing you need to do is to create an account, and they offer a free account as well. They call it a hobby subscription. So if you want to try it out, you can use that. And obviously they have like paid versions, which you can check them out. But once you create your Localstack account, you need to get your authentication token. You're going to need that to authenticate your Localstack locally. And the way we're going to do basically is using where's my yeah. So you need to authenticate it either by doing that, so pasting your apps token here. This way your Localstack can be authenticated, or if you are using the Localstack CLI, which we're not gonna use, you can authenticate this way. So as I said, we don't want to use Localstack CLI. We can do, but we are going to use Docker instead. Before I run that, let me get back to here. Let me walk you through the tools that you need to have before running the Localstack. And later I will show you the demo that I prepared, which we're going to see in a second, which we going to simulate the put object and get object operation on S3 bucket to upload and download files from S3 bucket. But before that, the tools that you need to install AWS CLI. There are many ways to install it. You can check the documentation, but if you're using a Mac, I guess the easiest way is to use Brew. The second thing that you're going to need this one, AWS CLI local. I will share all these links in the comments. So this one is a wrapper on the AWS CLI, which Localstack use. And once you have that, you need to create a AWS profile. And you just need to create a profile. You don't need to have any credentials. So once your AWS CLI is created, you just need to say AWS configure, and you can add some arbitrary data. As I see, I use like test. So Localstack doesn't need any credentials. So you can enter anything, and basically your profile should be something like this. As you can see, for access key and secret key. You just enter anything. And once you have that, technically you are able to run Localstack. As I mentioned, we will use Docker, but before we go there, I can show you this example that I prepared. First of all, if you are using Node.js, I wrote a blog post about how to use Localstack using Node.js here. I will share the link, but I noticed there are not much examples for other languages, so that's why I prepared this demo with Python. So it will use Python and Flask API. And let me quickly show you. I will share the repository for this one as well in the comments. So these are the dependencies that you're going to need. And as you can see, this Python project is using Putri. And if you don't use Putri before, Putri is this Python packaging and dependency management tool. I have some blog posts about how to run it, how to install it, and how to basically build API using Python, Flask, and Putri. You can check them out. I will share the links. But basically this example using those. And once you clone this repository, all you need to do is to run Putri install first. This will run and install the dependencies, and then you will run this script that I have, I call it start, which basically run your API. So you just say Putri run start, and your API is up and running and waiting for the request. And let me quickly show you like what it does. Basically I created two endpoints, one for upload the file or do a put object, and one for download the file or do a get object from the S3 bucket. And what it does is basically get the file from the request, and it will also convert the file name to a secure file name using this secure file name method from Worksock utils. Basically, if your file name is something like this with a space, it will convert it to something like that. Or if it's on a Windows machine, if your file name is some system file, it will also make sure that your file is using a secure file name that can be stored. And then we use Bootstrap. Bootstrap is the library that Localstack uses for Python, basically the wrapper on the AWS CLI, and we will initiate a client, and we will use S3 bucket as a service that we're going to use, and we will pass that endpoint URL. This endpoint URL is the Localstack endpoint. I defined it in our init file, and Localstack locally will run this address. And now it's the best time to run it actually. So let's do that. As I mentioned, we will use Docker, and there is a Docker compose file in the project. And if you have Docker, you can simply say Docker compose, Docker compose up, and this will run the Localstack. So Localstack is up and running. Now, the second thing that you need to do, you need to create a S3 bucket for your local machine. As I mentioned, we will use this guy, AWS CLI local, and the way you can create the S3 bucket is by calling this AWS local S3 MB and a name for your bucket. So I call it localstack-demo. And if you see also in your Docker, you see a create bucket request, which is successful. So you have a S3 bucket right now. You can confirm it by going to this URL. So if I open this URL here and also type my name of bucket that I create, I can see my bucket, which currently don't have any files in it, and we will upload some files shortly. Actually, let's do it now. As I said, I prepared demo, so let me run it first. There's a front-end folder in this project, so you can basically run it. And once you do that, and if I refresh, let me see. Okay. So basically you can just upload the file and it will upload this file to S3 bucket. We can confirm it by coming back here and refresh. And as you can see, the file is uploaded to your local S3 bucket. And also this this UI lets you to download the file as well. So you can enter the name of the file and you will download it. Basically, it will get it from S3 bucket using the get object. It will render it and you can save it in your local machine. That's more or less for our today video. I hope it was useful, and let me know if you have some questions in comments, and have a great day.